Hi guys, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Are you guys okay? Yeah, once again, thank you guys for your support. Sorry guys, it's a bit cold here in Cape Town. It's very cold, guys. I can't lie to you. It's like freezing. So I hope you guys are keeping well and you are keeping warm. Yeah, thank you for your continual support, guys. We are really grateful for you guys, and we can't thank you enough. Yeah, so how's it? Today, the president was inaugurated and they officially uh, started the seventh administration as the president of the Republic of South Africa. I'm not sure how excited you are. It was a festivity. I saw my president, the president of the Republic Democratic of Congo was there, and other presidents. So yeah, that's how it went down and officially started the seventh administration. And the president has promised to work with all political parties to better the life of all South Africans. One thing I always question is that when the president always refer to all South Africans, are we also included as foreign nationals, as refugees? I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, and in the news, we're starting to see the critics of the government of national units. Critics are starting to come in. We saw how I think one of I think there was a journalist on SABC News where uh, people, or I think Helen Zille, criticizing Mbalula, the secretary of ANC, that he does not understand the memorandum of understanding which was signed between the GA and the ANC as part of this agreement of the National Government of Unity. So yeah, I think that is going to be some of the highlights we are going to be seeing as time go by. Uh, because it's going to be those kind of things that's going to happen between the GA and the ANC, pulling each others on some of those things that they signed up, especially if some of the articles or the clauses of that document are not fulfilled by some of the parties that signed up that document. So exciting times ahead of this government, and I cannot wait to see how it turns out. So I'm not sure how excited you are about the new ministerial appointments soon. I think if not tomorrow, Thursday, probably Friday, but definitely by the end of this weekend, we should be seeing our new ministers, and those appointments gonna come in, and that will start giving us the idea of what expectations we can have regarding those portfolios. Who's going to be the Minister of Finance? And from the person which is appointed on a particular portfolio or ministerial position, it will give us an idea of what we can expect, because uh, uh, when we have the person, then we can now start going into the history of the person, start looking into his history, his previous jobs, his previous reputation, his previous actions. Then we can say, okay, this is a person that we can rely on in this position. So, especially for people like us as migrant refugees, we're going to say, okay, if this is the Minister of Home Affairs, oh, okay, guys, this is what we can expect because he's this kind of person. So, yeah, I cannot wait for this weekend to come to close so that I can see these people who are going to be appointed in these positions. I'm not sure about you, what you're expecting. So, yeah, let's see what's happened. Another news in the that is making rounds in the media is the is the dismissal of the Zimbabwean exemption permit by the Constitutional Court. Wow. So again, the Department of Home Affairs has lost that case. And look, in my opinion, I don't think the Department of Home Affairs should be focusing on these kind of cases when they do have cases that they have to focus on. Cases such as uh, uh, dealing with undocumented people, they should be focusing their energy and their resources in sorting out that problem, and perhaps also trying to improve the services of issuing documentation to both foreigners, immigrants, and also even some locals, because even locals are also have their own issues when it comes to home affairs, the long queues. So because these people that are that the department is chasing, is trying to focus on, are people who are documented. So these people are well recognized. These people, I think most of these people, they even work and they hold good jobs. Perhaps some are teachers, some are managers, and which means they pay taxes. So I think instead of no of chasing a case which you know already that you're going to be losing that case and wasting time and resources to chase that case, why not uh, 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 um, delegate that energy and that and those resources towards the really issues that should be yielding results, tangible results, such as solving the documentation problem, the queuing issues, and the delay in issuing documents. So, and perhaps also try to follow up the case of those who are undocumented to find out why they are undocumented and see whether their cases holds merit to be documented or not. So those are the areas that the focus should be put on rather than focusing on cases that of people who are already documented. So I think really it's unnecessary. The other news that we've got in the media is the MK party claiming that the IEC results were rigged, and these guys, especially, remember the MK party is led by former President Mr. Jacob Zuma, who is really adamant about this issue. And from what I've seen in the news, apparently the IEC has updated the election result, and the result has increased the numbers of the voters or the votes per each party, especially the top three, top four, five parties. The numbers have significantly increased compared to what they were before, and that raises an eyebrows in terms of what Mr. Jacob Zuma is raising, the claim he's making that the elections were rigged, and as we all saw, he did call upon the IEC to hold the announcement of the final result until the investigation is conducted and concluded and determined as such that there was no rigging in terms of the voting results. So, and for me, if these claims of the MK party are true, and that what Mr. Jacob Zuma has been calling for is actually a reality, that will question the entire system. That will question the idea behind all the charges that are being pressed against Mr. Jacob Zuma. And that will question the system, the government system at all level. Because remember, we are told as people, as ordinary people, we have come to understanding that Mr. Zuma is guilty of all the accusations that are made against him. And that whatever defense that he comes up with is some sort of a fabrication. That is my opinion. And so the system has made us believe that whatever that Mr. Jacob Zuma says cannot be true and cannot be relied on because he's seen and as a corrupted person, and also now that he's old, they make him look like he knows nothing and all he's good at is corruption. But as he's always claiming, there has never been any evidence that shows whatever that they accuse him of. And now, if these claims about the IEC are correct, that will change the whole idea of how people view Mr. Jacob Zuma. And that could actually have an impact on this government. So I really hope, I can only hope that his claims of the elections being rigged are not correct. I can only hope that, because if he is right, I cannot say, I cannot predict what or how this could change the political landscape in South Africa, especially in the KwaZulu-Natal region, and I think the Gauteng, the Joburg, Pretoria, and all that side. So, yeah, and hope that his claims are not true, because he's still planning to take this case to international level if they cannot assist him locally. So let's wait and see. And one thing that I can say is that this guy, he seems to be persistent, and he seems to be confident about this whole thing. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. And trust me, I've seen this with the case that he was fighting against the guy who was claiming to be the founder of the MK. He has won that case, because now that noise is slowly disappearing. So seems like this guy knows his game and understand what he's doing. So my finger are crossed, and I hope that is not right at all. So guys, tomorrow, June 20, is a World Refugee Day. And for some of us, this day is celebrated by us. And celebrating it does not mean that we open champagnes and throw parties. No, no, no. This is a celebration where we really, as the refugee community, sit down and reflect. For some, it is a sad day, because we have to think about where we come from, why we left, how we got here, and all those sad memories that we have gone through, you know. And for some, is a day of joy, as you look at what you went through, the suffering you went through, and the improvement you're trying to make, and you look and say, there's something to smile about. But also, it is a day of uncertainty, because you do not know where you're going, you do not know what tomorrow holds, you do not know what's coming next. Especially in an environment such as this, it's a volatile environment for people like us. And at the same time, it's a day of hope, where you can only believe and hope that tomorrow could be better than today. So let me say thank you to those of you guys who find it understanding and assist people like us in any way possible. It could be that you are that person who sees a refugee and say he's a human being like me, regardless of his his or her situation. And that for me is a help that you provide because not many people do that. And for those who see us differently as enemies, as giving us names and all that, all I can say is that take time to learn about refugees, try to understand their circumstances, their scenario, their situation, try to understand and read and learn about where those people come from and relate yourself to that situation. Perhaps you might change your mind and become compassionate about people like us. So, on that note, as we celebrate this day, June 20, I would like to thank all of you, those who love and like us, and those who do not. So, yeah, that's what we're celebrating on June 20 as refugee community worldwide. On that note, thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate your support in this. We're still developing this channel. We're still working on multiple programs. We're still improving our technology in terms of devices we use, the infrastructure that we use, and all that, because we know that this channel, we're going to grow it and we're going to have all what we need in order to have a great experience, a great system that can allow us to speak to you on video and have you appear on our on our channel so that we can exchange. So that is the whole idea of having this channel, is to share knowledge, share information, and learn from each others. And that's how we can build stronger communities. So cheers. And look, I am excited. I cannot wait to see what is going to be in the next government. And I'm talking about ministers that are going to be appointed. So let's see and see how this weekend comes and see who's going to be in what portfolio. And then we can start from there, start looking into each other, into each person that has been appointed in a particular portfolio. So cheers, guys, and hope to chat very, very soon. Keep well. Bye.